Hey guys, Demix7 here, another FLR race, and here we're going to go to the green flag. Looks like Mustang has a really good start. Mid-pack is pretty bunched up at this point. There's like Zero going for a hard move right there, not able to do anything. Camby's in second at the moment. I think I see Vermin in third, Cookie in fourth. Some pretty awesome angles here of them crossing the bridge, all these racers. Looks like in fifth or sixth we might have Decoy as well, and then Luke and Slaunch right there in seventh and eighth, so it's going to be a battle for them. Oh, Zero spins in the chicane. It's going to slow a few of the back drivers up, but drivers in the front do a fine job going through it. They didn't even have to go through it. Mustang still with a solid lead. Camby holding on to second, but Cookie and Vermin are looking for a spot right there. And then Apathy also in the mix now. He had to start in the back. He had a pretty solid start, worked his way around Zero extremely well, so Apathy's in good position. Oh, Zero spins, Slaunch gets into him, Decoy has to go way high to avoid it. That's going to slow them down quite a bit. Another run into the chicane. Just awesome angles right there, the chicane. And looks like Cookie getting passed by Camby. Got a little loose right there, and he ended up getting passed. Oh, Cookie almost gets taken down. I think that might have been Apathy right there. So Cookie passed by Vermin, Camby, and Apathy. Now this track's actually, if you're in a pack, it's extremely easy to get passed by multiple drivers if you get passed by one. But then Cookie retaliates right there. He gets by Camby, and now Camby and Cookie are battling. Cookie goes way wide, and Luke goes way on the inside. And there, he just gets the random second gear, and that's gonna fall. Luke back behind Cookie. Another position. So Luke had a pretty nice move to pass Cookie, but now he's gonna have to pass him again as he got hit with the second gear. Pretty funny theme that'll come into the next race. Now we're watching Decoy. Decoy bringing up the middle of the pack. Pretty nice view to watch because you kind of get a decent view of pretty much every driver on the track. Pretty single file at this point. Chicane. Oh, looks like that was that Cookie. I think that was Cookie diving extremely hard into the chicane. Actually ended up hitting the chicane, but it looks like he's alright. And we're going to go to Zero. We're going to go to Slaunch. Camby right here. Camby's who we're going to settle on. And Camby, as you can see, looking to battle right here in this pack. Mustang's in first right there. Now Mustang, I'm surprised that he is not gaining a bigger gap. It seems like his gap is kind of stagnant at this point, which is incredible. Whoa! Cookie with the insane two-wheel and saves it. Somehow saves it. And then Zero going off the track there at the end. I have no idea how Cookie was able to save that two-wheel. That was just nuts. Here we're going to follow Cookie, chasing Camby now. And up there, you can see Apathy and Vermin battling for second. And Mustang's just barely in the lead. Yeah, there's a lot of blocking and a lot of pack racing going on here. I honestly cannot believe that Mustang's not getting off to a bigger gap. And here's Cookie. Looks like he's actually going to complete that pass on Camby this time. Here we go to Apathy and Vermin. Now, I wanted to include that little clip right there, especially for Decoy to see, because Apathy said during the race that he cut the track at one point, but he couldn't really do anything about it, so I showed it there to show that he really could not have done anything about it. You know, obviously he's not going to back up and go all the way around, and it wasn't necessarily his fault that he got put in there, so he just rejoined at the soonest possible area, and he did not advance any position. Luke pulling a crossover on Camby. Looks like Camby's going to get passed by Luke. Camby's lost quite a few positions here. Looks like we have a 3 wide right there. Oh, Luke's going to go battle with Cookie now. After passing Camby, Luke's going to pass Cookie, and then Cookie's going to get passed by Camby. So Camby ends up being in the same position at the result of all that. Cookie loses 2, Luke gains 2. And then there we go to Slaunch to get a little angle of him of where he's at. Looks like he's having a pretty rough time trying to get through the pack so far. Now here we're going to go back to Slaunch. Again, just trying to work his way through the pack. Here we get to chicane view. Mustang still not the biggest gap in the world, but Vermin hitting that inside barrier and slowing up everybody behind him and not losing position, that'll help the gap a little bit. So I honestly don't think Mustang is that much faster than really anybody in this pack behind him It's just that they're all, this is kind of like the gym effect from Francis Creek. They're all kind of being held up by Vermin, and honestly, I think Luke, Apathy, heck, even Camby and Cookie could catch the Mustang if the pack would settle. So we'll have to see how that goes. But they're definitely running out of time. This is an easy track to block on, so they're definitely running out of time. Crazy accidents there in the chicane. Camby running side by side with Luke. Camby gets in that inside rumble a little bit. Luke's going to hold steady on the high line, and that's going to give Luke that position. He's going to hold on to it, and Cookie goes into the wall, extremely tight between him and Camby there, so that's going to slow down Cookie a lot. So we're following Camby and Cookie now still. They're still in the same position that they were earlier when all those passes between them went down on that lap we watched earlier. And Cookie, this kind of deja vu right here. Cookie passing Camby on that Talladega turn yet again. That's actually what he's been doing all race, and then he's making some awesome moves in the chicane. He's going to be able to pass Camby there and complete the pass. Slaunch trying to pass Camby. You saw that in the back, but he was not able to complete it. We're actually going to go to Slaunch now and see what he can do. Looks like he's going to take a page out of Luke's book, and he's going to set up the exact same corner cut, except he goes a little more, and I didn't want to say corner cut because it's not a corner cut, but you know what I mean. He goes way outside and swoops down on the inside to get him all that momentum while Camby is braking. So extremely smart and overall good move out of Slaunch there. Vermin yet again kind of having the gym effect, helping Mustang's gap stagnate, which I can't believe Mustang's not gaining. Like, you can tell he's really not gaining the gap, which is miraculous with how slow Vermin is, especially with all these guys that he's slowing up. It is miraculous to me that Mustang is not getting a bigger gap. Like, maybe this just isn't his fastest track, but he's on the pole. He's getting some help from the gym effect. And I'm coining that term, by the way. I'm going to use that now every single time a second place driver that's not that fast is holding up the rest of the pack and giving the first place driver a big lead. 100% the gym effect. That's what it's going to be called from now on. Alright, so here we have a battle between Apathy and Luke. Apathy was looking to be clearly faster than Vermin, but he's gotten blocked and slowed down a bunch by Vermin, and he's lost a lot of ground. Now he has to gain that ground back, even though Apathy, to be honest, is one of the fastest drivers on this track. I believe, let me check, yes, Apathy actually was a heat winner. Here we have the battle between Apathy and Luke. Luke has to go way deep on the rumble. I thought he would flip, but he does not. He's going to go on the inside of Apathy. This battle's still too wide. Apathy, Luke, right next to each other through the tree. Who's going to come out in first in that battle? It looks like Luke's going to take the position from Apathy, and now he's going to go work on Vermin. Vermin messes up the chicane for like the third time in a row, and then Luke gets the second gear, gets back into Vermin to get his shift, and then Apathy comes through. He's going to hit Vermin as well. Vermin and Apathy bumping and rubbing right there down the straight. Cookie behind him, trying to make moves. Cookie's going to go by Vermin, and Vermin flips off to the side in the second corner. Vermin, after losing approximately level 3-4 positions, ends up flipping and losing pretty much every other position there was to lose in one single lap, like half a lap. Vermin went from second to like 7th to 8th. That is insane. Just it's crazy when you're getting passed on this track how much you can lose if the circumstances are correct. But again, that's just the gym effect coming into play. You know, as soon as one of them actually got a good run and a good pass on him, everybody went by because they were all packed together, and there's no way for him to block that hard to block the whole pack. So again, gym effect. So what I was trying to say earlier, Apathy and Papa were actually your heat winners. So what I was trying to say is, yeah, Apathy is actually, and just as a note, this is not the Apathy that we used to see in older race videos. Blake, this is actually Ken, his friend, I believe, and he actually has the account now. So if it looks like Apathy's driving a little different than he would be in previous videos, that's because he's actually a different person. So, but great driver. I'm really hope that he gets to race every night, because he's actually really good for having, is to my knowledge, not raced on Halo before. Maybe besides with the other Apathy. He's actually really, really good, so it's good for him. Slaunch there completes a pretty solid pass on Cookie, and then Camby and Decoy right here. Sweet battle on the stretch. We'll see what they can do. It looks like Camby's going to hold on to it. Decoy's not going to be able to make any moves. And here we go to white flag lap between Luke and Mustang. Luke's actually gained a lot on this gap, as you can tell throughout the amount of laps, but extremely hard to pass on this track, especially when Luke's going to have to make up another three mongoose lengths before the chicane, so we'll see what he can do. It's going to be a rough one to pull off. Here they come into the chicane. This is pretty much going to be the decider. They both run it extremely well. Luke two-wheeled super hard on the rumble to try to get any type of momentum he can. As you see the replay of that, and here they come out of the corners. It looks like Mustang is going to take his first feature win of the season for FLR. Luke takes second. Apathy held on to third. Great night for him. Heat win and a podium. Slaunch gets fourth. Cookie gets fifth. Camby gets sixth. Decoy gets seventh. And here we're going to run through the rest of the results as we go through our podium finishers. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Mustang's first ever feature victory in his career. And next race will be Cape Cod. That'll be a really good one. Make sure you don't miss that. See you guys next time.